Yo. Is this thing on? I don't know. Well, first I gotta test volume because yep, okay, it works. I can hear myself. Great. Um I'm always skeptical that it's not picking me up after not just once but twice. It's been like a long time now since it's happened, but still. I don't want it to happen again because I've had like two streams, as far as I'm aware, that I've been talking and it turns out my mic was not on or picking up, or it was on the wrong input or something. So, yeah. Anyways, I also need to keep an eye out for any dropped frames because during both Skyrim and Darkest Dungeon, um, it was happening. But hopefully it's fixed. I mean, it hasn't happened. It didn't happen yesterday with Balatro, so that's all I can really say. There's the Discord got an update, by the way, and now it's bugging me in the top left. Oh, it finally went away. What was that about? Okay. Anyways, so if I notice any dropped frames, I might take a moment to address that. But other than that, let's get started. Bone deck, huh? I think the strongest deck here has got to be Mantis deck. I'm so glad I beat the Kraken deck first try. This thing actually just seems bad. The only good thing I can say about the Kraken deck is that you can combine your birds together at a sacrifice or in a mushroom space. So if you give one of your birds like a growth emblem and the other one you give like trifurcated strike and you combine them, and then it has growth, trifurcated strike, flight, and waterborne. So like there is potential here. It's just your early the Kraken is quite good, I guess. You know, it has a chance to make two pretty good Krakens. The Mirror Kraken is definitely the weaker of the three, I think, but you know it. Yeah, I'm good. But yeah, we're gonna be doing Bone deck today, I guess. 80 challenge points required. Hold on, I do want to see. Which challenges have we not done? We haven't done no boss rares, no clover. That just seems nightmarish. And single candle. Yikes. Okay, well. Single candle gives the most points by far. Yeah, the next highest gives 20, so... In fact, I think only all totem battles gives... No. All totem battles and tipped scales each give 20. Okay. I mean, I guess we can try single candle. I think no boss rares is still pretty bad, but... I might try it. So what does this deck have? It has... I forget what this means. Bone Digger, Wolf Pup. Or not Wolf Pup. The Dire Wolf Pup, right? I think it is. And then a Coyote for 4 bones. You know, it's something. I forget what this means, though. And we also unlocked a new bone card, right? The bird. Single candle, I guess. Sure. We could try no boss rares, but we're probably gonna die. I think tipped scales is fine. All totem battles. Or we could just do this. Tipped scales. Candle. Does this mean... I don't know. I don't really want to do single candle, to be honest. If I choose this, then I can select these. Yeah, this seems fine. Boss totems, tip scales. Yeah, I'm gonna play it a bit safe. Let's do it like this. I think we'll save this for later. Okay, what are we on now? Challenge level, like, 7 or something? Raccoon, what do you do? Scavenger. Opposing creatures also provide bones when perishing. Eh. For a 1-1, Raccoon seems kind of bad. Alright, you know the drill. New day, new music. Alright. Ringworm and worker ant. That's doable. And you know what? Let's switch up the avatar today. We'll be the gentleman. How about that? Ringworm and I already forget the other one. I like this music though. Alright, what have we got here? A second raccoon, a second dire wolf pup. Cat's looking pretty good, but this is a bone deck. I'm not sure if I need the cat. Since it's a bone deck, maybe you go bat? You definitely go cockroach, right? I think we take cockroach, don't even think about it. And then I think we go cat. If you put unkillable on the cat, or vice versa, put it on the cockroach, then you're always gonna have it. Which feels pretty strong. The bat is also a good choice. I think direwolf pup's also a pretty good choice. I know it's a bone deck, but I think an early cat makes a lot of sense. Even though half of our units cost bones. But it basically makes our raccoon kinda free. Kinda. And direwolf pup half off, so. Do we go early totems? We could definitely play for a dog build if we really wanted to. Early sacrifice spot makes sense. I think you want to put unkillable on your cat pretty immediately here. I feel like that's a pretty good idea, but totem, early totem, I mean, what would you rather be on? Unkillable on the cockroach or unkillable on the cat? Probably on the cat so you can play it turn 1, then you get rid of the raccoon. Put it on somebody else. That way you are guaranteed to draw a cat. I kind of like that. I know it's a bone deck, but like early cat with cockroach just seems pretty good. I mean, kind of sucks getting rid of the cockroach. You could argue maybe put the cat on the cockroach, but what's raccoon do? That's a great question. Raccoon provides bonus bones when creatures next to the raccoon perish. No, just opposing creatures. I thought it was creatures to the left and the right of the raccoon. Looks like it's any creature that raccoon kills. So you probably want to give this to somebody else. But it sounds like they only provide 1 bonus bone. But it says provide bones when perishing. Does that mean just 1? Because that doesn't seem that... It seems kind of bad. For a 1/1 1 cost, this does not seem good enough. You know? Maybe it's just me, but... Wait, are we versus the angler first, right? This is the wetlands? I think it's the wetlands. It looks like the wetlands, at least. I really like this music, though. Okay. Who do we dunk first? I think you dunk cat or cockroach. I'm almost tempted to, put this on the cockroach. The cat symbol on the cockroach. But then I can't play it turn 1, which is a pretty big deal. But then the raccoon becomes the only 1 cost we have. I feel like it'd be kind of dumb to put... The reason you put cat on cockroach, by the way, is that it gets 1 extra attack damage still. It keeps that 1 extra attack damage. It keeps the insect sigil, or not sigil, but kin. And the cost is probably the biggest letdown, though. That's why I'm kind of hesitating. But unkillable and infinitely sacrificable is such a good combo, even in a bone deck. We can take a lot more high cost units. Like what if we took more dire wolf pups or something, you know? I almost want to put it on the cockroach, but that might be kind of dumb. Because then again, you can't play it turn 1. But like, I think that's okay. Because we don't really need it early game here. I think I'm kind of crazy. I think I'm going to do it. If this is crazy, then so be it. Okay, an elite fight already. Hefty bugs, that's fine. Okay, so a big problem with this is we have a pretty bad early game. Ringworm. You'll move down and then move to the right, I believe. So yeah, I can't hit you if I put you here, and I die if I put you here. I think I just passed my turn. I think playing Raccoon turn 1. Sure, it gets you 1 extra damage on the board, but you only take 1 anyways, so it's not that bad. Then you move. Oh, then you move back. Oh, maybe I did troll then. Well, anyways, we definitely want to play Squirrel, Squirrel, and Dire Wolf Pup. Although, will you die to the Worker Ant? I guess you will. You two will cancel each other out, right? Or maybe Ringworm will try to move that way. He can't, so he moves to the left. And then the Worker Ant moves to the left too. Right? Well, anyways, I'm gonna put you there. And then we should... Wait, we're gonna take a lot of damage here. Now, we need to drink the potion. Right? But do we kill? Wait, we might have already lost. Because we take 5 damage. There's no way we live another turn. Oh, man. Wait, no, there is a way we live because Ringworm blocks this Worker Ant, so we actually only take 2 damage. Right? Because you'll try to move to the right, but you can't, so you move to the left. And then you move to the left too. So Ringworm goes here, Worker Ant goes where the Ringworm is, and the bee attacks us for 1. So we actually only take 2 here, I think. Right? I mean, either way, I'm gonna send it. Oh, and I guess Dire Wolf... Oh, nope. Okay. That is, in fact, not how it happened. You know what? That's okay. Yeah, so, yeah, we need a better 1 cost. I think. Or we just need to buff up the Raccoon, so I'm actually gonna go here. I think we need to hit that campfire space up. You died for a second. Raccoon... I mean, look, I haven't actually gotten it to trigger yet, but the Raccoon should, in theory, give me a bone. This is what I imagine it does when it kills something else. So, seems kind of mid for a 1-1-1, but anyways. The delectable mealworm. Does your mouth not water at the sight? Sure, buddy. Like, I get it, it's a bone cost unit, but our bones are kind of precious right now. What if you take the beehive? Is that troll? Beehive's pretty good. It's kind of bad right now, but I'm gonna take the beehive. I know we could reroll, but let's see. Is this attack damage? It's health. Okay. Who do you put this on? There's an argument to be made for a lot of units here. I think Dire Wolf Pup and Beehive make the most sense. Because if you put health on the Dire Wolf Pup, you can in theory position him in a much better position. But the Beehive is just strictly good. If this was an attack damage campfire, I'd put it on the Raccoon in a heartbeat, but it's HP. Let's go with... think Direwolf Pup makes the most sense. I'm tempted, but if we lose the Direwolf Pup, we just lose, which I guess would be fine if we lost really fast. But, you know, I want to try to keep this run going. I don't really want to throw it immediately just for a home run, which I think is the probable correct play, but anyways. Ringworm and Worker Ant. Okay, another bug build. The raccoon is gonna... Well, at least I can play the raccoon this time, although I could play the beehive. Which in fact I think is a better play. Then next turn we play the raccoon. I think you draw a squirrel here. We're gonna take 3 damage, that's fine. We kill you for the raccoon to finally see how many bones we get. And B. D against B. Get your paws off my creature's bones. Okay, so we only get 1 bone, as I thought. It's not that great. How many bones do we have then? I think only like 2. Yeah, raccoon is kind of... It's not great. We need to kill one of these ants, but I'm not sure if we can. Unless we draw the coyote, but nothing is as good as the coyote. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then another ant comes down, then we might just lose. We have a squirrel in a jar. I think I have to see what I get. Wait, why can't I play the cockroach? How many bones? We only have 3 bones, I think. But it's letting us play the cockroach? Why? That is weird. I think you have to kill the raccoon, but... Yeah, the wolf pup survived. No, he doesn't. The wolf pup dies to the ants because they're going to have 3 attack damage. The problem is none of my units do 2 damage yet, unless I drew the coyote, but I didn't. Jeez. I think we just reset this one, honestly. We've had a terrible early game. That campfire really needed to be a damage campfire, I feel like, but... Is there a world in which... I don't think there is. Obviously, we could kill the raccoon. The ants are gonna hit so hard, man. Going against so many insects early is just terrible. I feel like. Because they just quickly overwhelm you. Because you're not that OP to really take care of them as soon as they spawn. There's probably a world in which I survive, but... Okay, we can play the cockroach, but I'm not really sure how that really helps us. Apparently we had 4, even though it only looked like we had 3. And I guess you sacrifice squirrel and cockroach for direwolf? And you save the bee? You tank all the ants this turn, sure, but... You top deck and you play coyote. And we can't play the cockroach. But I don't really want my bee to die, because then we fall behind pretty quick. If the bee dies... Well, it's... We need bone tokens somehow. I guess I'll let the bee... I mean, it's better than taking 3 damage. I guess it'd only be 2, but... Oh, another ant. No, dude. I think we could have won if he didn't summon another ant. Because then we just stall with squirrels until we can play cockroach enough times. But, Yeah, that other ant appearing is really bad. I think we just lose now. We don't generate enough bones fast enough. Like, sure, we can do this and we can stall, but we're gonna get hit for 3, and I guess it'd only be 2. Oh, no, it's 3. Okay. All right, go ahead. We'll retry with the same configuration. I think that's fine. Oh, we start with 2 rabbit pelts? Really? Hold on. Pronghorn and skink? Ugh. In a dog deck? That's kind of weird. Pronghorn and skink. I don't see any of those. Okay. You gotta take the black goat, I think, to try to sacrifice him to the Bone Lord. I'm just thinking, what else do you take? A rabbit is created in your hand. Well, you take the black goat without question. And we need something that does damage as soon as you summon it. So, I know we have Coyote, but you have to get the bones on the board to even play Coyote in the first place. We could grab another Coyote to combine them, maybe? I don't really dislike that, but what would I even put on the Coyote? Nothing yet. Maybe you could put, no, you kind of don't want Scavenger. I don't know. I'm tempted to take a Grizzly Bear, to be honest. Just so we have an insurance policy, but... I mean, ideally, we just kill the goat, sacrifice him to the Bone Lord. I'm thinking, do you take Cat again? Doesn't feel great, but we could give Cat to the raccoon, which is decent, I guess. But taking a second Coyote makes a lot of sense as well. But we're never going to be able to play 2 Coyotes in the early game. Like, these 3 units alone only give us 3 bone tokens. I guess if Raccoon gets a kill, we get 4. And Direwolf Pup digs us some. I mean, it's possible, but... it's gonna be a dead draw. I don't really want to take Grizzly because we're gonna get rid of the black goat at some point, so... I don't know. I'm trying to think what I want to do here. Bloodhound isn't terrible. And it is a dog for the dog build, but... I think Rabbit Hole might be better here than the cat in a bone build. Is that crazy? I don't think that's that crazy. Then we probably want to dump the Rabbit Hole on somebody. Probably the raccoon. Early campfire feels more impactful here though, so... we need damage. Yeah, that's ideal, I think. Who do you throw it? Probably the raccoon. But do you try to go for +3? I mean, like, if we lose, we lose. We need the raccoon to get kills in order to give us bone tokens. Obviously, it does need to have, like, armor or something, so... I'm gonna do it again. Okay. I know it's risky, but, like, if we lose, we lose. Maybe I should have gotten into a totem space with that totem coming up. Okay, I think reverses the prospector this run. The Warren tanks a hit right there. No reason to play these guys yet. Wolf pup, please. Nice, okay. And now we play Coyote. Nope, I lied. We don't have enough bones yet. We take 1 damage. Next turn we play Coyote. He levels up, okay. We're getting somewhere. Yeah, we can play Coyote now. If I put Coyote here, he dies. If I put him here, he dies. That's actually pretty annoying. But we lose if we let him attack us. I think you need Coyote to tank. Which is kind of weird. If I put him here, he tanks, but also damages the base. Oh. I guess that works. Still 2 damage. Oh, the elk didn't move down. Okay. That's good for us. Raccoon gets the kill. Alright. It's a little bit better now that, you know, we have a strong early game unit. There you go, little black goat. We really need to find a Bone Lord space as soon as possible. We need to get rid of the black goat. Dire wolf. I mean, this sigil is just pretty good. I think you take the dire wolf and slap it on the raccoon. Okay, what you got for us? Unkillable? Yes, please. Okay, we're 1 step to breaking the game. Another totem spot would be pretty nice. For dogs would, I think, be the only one that really affect us, but still. Same opening as last time, but this time we get to play Direwolf turn 1. Okay, Direwolf gets the kill. We probably want to play the raccoon. Doesn't really matter where we play it, but if I put him here, at least the Wolverine doesn't come down, so. He will in the future, but again, that's a future me thing. Coyote, nice. I think we just win. Oh, okay, sure. Actually, that's ideal because then Raccoon does a little bit more damage. Okay. Another totem spot. A campfire, well, I don't know. I think I want to go here. bones. Okay, sure. A bit expensive, but it's doable with our deck. And totem. This was the main reason I wanted to go here. Okay, we just need, like, something good. That's pretty good. Unkillable dogs. Okay. We are so back. And we drew 0 on turn 1. That's funny. You really need the raccoon to kill the wolf cub. Not much I can really do here. I think I have to pass. Which sucks, but... Okay. Interesting. And what's the play with you now? Well, now we don't really want to play raccoon. I mean, we do, but... I think direwolf is worth a lot more now. I think you gotta put him here. Oh, but the wolf cub's gonna grow up. He is unkillable, but that's not worth it. I'm just gonna drink this. Okay, we should be fine. We do 5 damage, right? He does 2, 2 again. Yeah, we win. Okay. I'll see if I can draw Coyote. Okay. A sacrifice spot. Again, we really just want to go to Bone Lord spaces. Don't really need another totem. Trapper space. Doesn't really help us. I think I'd rather choose a card to then sacrifice onto something else. The Relentless Wolverine. Its hunger only grows greater as it kills. So when it kills something, it gains power. Pretty good on the raccoon. Mud turtle, though. Mud turtle on the raccoon feels pretty good. That way you don't have to give it HP. If it kills something, it grows stronger. That's really good on Mantis God, I guess. And it'd be terrible on a flying unit. I almost think Mud Turtle is the play. Because then we can throw it on something like the Coyote. Or the Raccoon later. Also, the Wolverine is not a canine, so it's not great in that regard. And its sigil, I feel like, isn't that good. Kind of hard. Like, at most, I feel like this is a +2. It really... Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to take the Mud Turtle. I know I could re-roll, but I think those are good choices. And then you immediately sacrifice Mud Turtle, probably. Or the Warren. Ooh, do I sacrifice the Warren? Obviously, you don't get rid of the Black Goat here. You have to save him. Raccoon, I mean... I could put the Warren on the Raccoon, but... What about the coyote? Coyote's here, right? Tough choice. I don't know. No, I'm thinking like, what if you put dire wolf pup on something, but... I mean, even that's a pretty good idea, actually. Because then it becomes a bone digger permanently. Dire wolf pup wouldn't be the worst idea to sacrifice, but then we lose a canine, so that's kind of annoying. Save Warren for a 1-cost wolf, infinite rabbits. But the game doesn't work like that, right? Like, no way they'll let me do that. Okay, sure. I'll try it, though. I think getting rid of Mud Turtle makes the most sense still, and then you put it on either the coyote or the raccoon. The reason I almost don't want to put it on the coyote, though, is because I know we just unlocked a unit that scales with how many bones we have. So the more bones we stockpile, the stronger that unit will be. So I almost don't want to put this on the coyote. I think raccoon makes more sense. It's a 1-cost. We're more likely to get it turn 1. We want to keep him around at least a little bit so we can generate more bones. I'm gonna do this. That way he's a lot harder to kill. Okay, prospector, we kind of knew that. Okay. HP or it's HP? I mean, lots of good choices here. We're not going to give it to the black goat. Obviously, we're going to get rid of him at some point. Raccoon doesn't need it. Turkey vulture doesn't need it. So we're either looking at... I mean, the Warren, again, we probably get rid of it. That's kind of why I took it. You don't really keep the Warren. So it either goes to the dire wolf, who doesn't really need it, the pup, or the coyote. So one of the dogs, which makes sense. You didn't need to pop squirrel potion against the wolf cub next turn either way, and you weren't 1 damage from death. I mean, maybe. I can't think that far back, but you might be right. But I'd rather play it safe. I almost don't feel like keeping the coyote, but... I don't know. Like, we're gonna get rid of the dire wolf at some point, I think. Because it's gonna be really expensive once we get rid of the black goat. Right now it's fine because we have the black goat, but once we get rid of him, it's gonna be a bit problematic. If this was an attack damage campfire, I'd probably think differently. Yeah, these guys only have 1 HP. It should definitely go to one of them. I almost feel like I should put it on the coyote and try to make it a +5. Because if he dies, we still have something else that costs bones. It's not the worst idea in the world. You think wolf cub twice. I mean, yeah. Sure. Okay. Okay. Well, the bone generator only works 1 time. That's the big problem here. And that's why you kind of want to keep the wolf pup to give to somebody else. Because this bone digger only works when it's a pup. Once it grows up, which is in 1 turn, it doesn't work anymore. Which is why you kind of want to transfer these to somebody else. But we can make it work. But yeah, in a bone deck, I think you kind of want to keep that, so it's hard to say. That's a pretty easy combination. Turn 1 dire wolf pup. We can work with that. The Warren, I mean, we could play him turn 1. I don't really see a reason not to. You could argue play the Warren here. But I think you take the 2 damage from the coyote. And you play the Warren next turn. I know the Dire Wolf Pup is going to die to the Prospector, so we'll need to resummon him once he respawns, but should be fine. We just need to kill the Pack Mule. Okay, he does 2, okay. Should be fine eventually. We need to stop the Coyote from bleeding us out a little bit, and this also generates bones for us. Although if we put him adjacent to the, or opposite to the Wolf Cub, he lives another turn, which might be a bit more valuable, so... Oh, wait, that's huge. That's even, I didn't even mean to plan that, but... Okay, sure. So I guess there's no way to defend, yeah, okay, that's fine. We generate bones from that, it's all good. Can I play Turkey Vulture yet? No. In fact, I probably don't want to. Okay, that's pretty bad. And he does move now, which... is fine. Do I win? I mean, Dire Wolf will win in 2 turns. We just need to kill the Pack Mule before then. Well, I could play the Turkey Vulture, but it doesn't help me. In fact, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. If I play Turkey Vulture, I win too fast. I think I just need to go next. And then the Pack Mule will move back. It's fine. And now he dies. Okay. Our other Dire... Well, this is the real Dire Wolf. We could play him, but I think we save him for the Black Goat in phase 2, maybe? And you play the Turkey Vulture now? Because we're going to do 2 damage to him. And then Turkey Vulture, yeah. You play Turkey Vulture now. You open up the Pack Mule. We do 2 damage to his base. And then next, ooh, Card Kraken. Okay, Card Kraken is pretty big here. I can't think of a better draw from the Pack Mule. Okay, we knew we were gonna lose these guys. Oh, that's funny how the Coyote moves around like that. Okay, that's pretty good. They both destroy gold nuggets. Okay, what's the play here? I mean, with Card Kraken, I think you just one-shot him. So, I'm just gonna draw a squirrel and kill this guy. Oh, but the Coyote will move. I mean, I guess that's fine. Card Kraken does so much damage here. And next turn we just win. Alright. Good game. Yeah, I really can't think of a better draw from the Pack Mule. That's crazy. Because he's guaranteed to be, what, 5 damage? Okay, we're still gonna get rare cards here. Some pretty good options. Let me think. Do we need Long Elk? I mean, Long Elk is nice. But ideally, we want a dog. None of you guys are dogs. Larva. We don't need another slow unit. We already have Dire Wolf Pup. Our build, like, you can't really take Strange Larva here. I think it's the worst decision. Just because we're already a pretty slow deck. It's a bone deck. I think bone decks are just naturally a bit slower. And Long Elk costs bones, so it has the same issue. I think Gek is the right play. Gek is insane for you, especially if you can get Rat King on him. You know what? Rat King would be pretty good, actually. If I found one. Yeah, I'm down for Gek. The other two are just a bit too slow for us. I was hoping to find Amalgam or something, probably, but just because you can't really go wrong with him. I do want to see, can I check something? No. Once I lose or win this run, I'll check, but... Okay, Angler's up second. No space for the Black Goat, though. That's really sad. We could get an item over here. And a better card choice. Or a duplication. I mean, I think you have to duplicate, like, the raccoon, right? Or even duplicating Gek seems pretty good, right? I think you duplicate the raccoon. He's a 3/1. Whenever he kills something, he generates a bone. He already has armor, so he basically is a 3 infinite, as far as I'm concerned. For the first round, at least. But then you get a worse card choice. What would I rather have? A pretty good second raccoon? Or a random mystery card? I don't really know if I trust the mystery card. This generates 2 cards for us, this path. This path only generates 1 card and an item. I'm gonna go left. I'd rather have a second raccoon, I think. Also, it gives us a chance to find stuff like this. Do I need a cockroach? These guys already have unkillable. And the Warren we're probably gonna get rid of. Black Goat we're definitely getting rid of. Unkillable Gek, dude. You definitely take cockroach. Yeah. No contest. Yeah, unkillable Gek. Yeah, I know, right? Like, how is that not the correct choice? Hey, you duplicate the raccoon, I think, still. Although, you could argue maybe you duplicate Gek. And then you just find another cockroach later, maybe. There is an argument to be made to duplicate Gek, I think. But the raccoon is already so strong. And you can kill him for free if you draw Gek. I think you duplicate raccoon. It's a much stronger turn 1, I think, overall. But after, like, turn 2, it falls. I think you just need raccoon duplicated. It makes the most sense. We'll combine them later. If they were already combined, I'd duplicate them, but... Well, that's pretty bad. But, I mean, it's still decent. It's not as good, I think. Because he's a turn 1 opening. You don't really want alpha on that turn 1 opening, but it's still fine. We drew them both on turn 1. You have him kill the stump, right? Because that'll generate a bone, probably. Oh, I guess I could have put him in front of the snake, though. My bad. I'm throwing. Snake does 3 damage. We're fine. We can kill him next turn. It was a misplay, though. I am aware of that. Do we lose here? No, because raccoon will deal 3. Okay. Actually, he's going to deal more than 3. Okay. Still pretty good. He survives an adder attack, I think. Good. And I guess I have 4 bones. I can play Coyote. I'll top deck. Just play the Coyote, man. Okay. Well, that's a lot of bones. Wait. I need to read this. While a card bearing this sigil... Wait. This sigil is even better than I thought it was. You want to know why? This generates tokens as long as a raccoon is on the board no matter what. Because this coyote just generated bone tokens when he got that kill. While a card bearing this sigil is on the board, you just need to have him on the board. You could give this to like a pelt or something, you know? Wait, this sigil is a lot, well, maybe not a lot better than I thought. But this means it's a global sigil, which is actually pretty cool. I like it. And we just win this turn. Let's go, dude. Huge. What do you mean? Alpha is an OTK with... Okay, well, if you draw Gek, sure. Did its damage also get buffed? How is this an OTK? Because you only deal... Oh, no, it's not. Because we need 6 damage. Oh, and a squirrel. Oh, right. With the squirrel, yes. Yes, I do agree. No Bone Lord space. That's really disappointing. I think you have to sacrifice as soon as possible. And also you get to go to one of these spaces. So it's actually a pretty good path. That's doable. Kin is doable. These are all doable. We have 3 bone units, but we need to draw at least 2 of them unless it's Turkey Vulture. Blood cost, I feel like, is just as risky. And what's that, kin? We have 3 dogs. A lizard, a bug, an insect. No, wait, no. A lizard, a bug, a bird, and an elk. Okay, so we would need to draw 2 of our 3 dogs. I think you choose bone or blood. I'm leaning blood. I wish I was a statistician. I feel like if you were like a math genius, you could do the probability on this. How much blood do we have in total in our deck? That's 6, 9. We have 9 blood total. And how many bones we have? A lot more bones. But again, we would need to specifically draw either 2 4 costs or an 8 cost. These are all pretty bad. HP would have been pretty good for us, I think. But we didn't get that option. Even attack damage would have been pretty good, but we have 2 0 cost or 0 attack damage units. I mean, I think you have... I mean, it's blood or bone. 4 blood, I mean... All you would need to do is draw Direwolf, and you probably win that. But the same could be said about the Turkey Vulture for the bones. I'm gonna go blood. Oh my gosh. I'm so glad I went blood. Okay. Wow, that direwolf is strong. Beaver generates a bunch of ants. And the dams have thorns, dude. That's OP. Oh my gosh. The beehive generates a copy. And it's hefty, which I feel like is the worst option. You don't really need a copy of a default beehive with hefty. Oh, you could combine direwolves here. I think you combine direwolves and you take the direwolf. But the beaver is just so OP, dude. That's OP, dude. I don't know. You get 3 ants and they all have thorns? My dude came prepared. What is... Like, you could easily combine direwolves, get up to a 410 with growth, and then you give it something else, like flight maybe from the Turkey Vulture. It does have unkillable, but the dams, you get 3 ants. And if you have Gek on your team, you wanna know how many ants that is? That's all 3 on the board. As soon as you won. Like... Because ants are actually really OP for us with Gek. Assuming we draw him. Obviously, we go to a sacrifice space next. So Gek's gonna have unkillable. I know the direwolf has unkillable, but like... I guess we're keeping the black goat for a while, and I can combine them later. I would just need something else to put on them. I don't know what, though. But I need to find another sigil to put on the default one for when I eventually do combine. I mean, I'm guessing I'm going to combine them. I don't see why it wouldn't, especially if the black goat's sticking around. And with Gek on the team, it's also pretty cheap. Yeah, sure. Yo, mushroom space. I guess we're combining them a bit sooner than I thought. Well, if that's the case, if we're going to guaranteed be combining them up here, we might not want to do the Gek unkillable thing yet. I almost think we should give it, like, the Turkey Vulture's flight. Because the cockroach is gonna be pretty free. It's basically 3 bones. Like, that's... You know, it's still pretty cheap. Yeah, I think you need to go right here. I think you do give the dire wolf flight here as well. Just because we know there's a mushroom space coming up, we want to make him as strong as possible for when we combine them, so. Yeah. No other sigil really makes sense. Okay, we do need to survive this, though. No Bone Lord space is really sad, though. I took this goat so long ago now. Well, wasn't he in my first shop? I think he was. We're almost through the second act here. Okay, Raccoon makes a lot of sense turn 1. He survives a Rattler attack, but the Rattler dodges, which is really annoying. I don't really want to tank 3 damage from a Rattler, you know? Don't we just win if we block the Rattler, though? I think we do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, I think we just win. I'm overthinking this. There's literally nothing he can do. Rattler hits me, and then he dodges. And then we just kill him. Okay, he's trolling. Gek? No Gek. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, bye. I don't want to be here. I'm out. We definitely cannot afford to take any more high costs. I guess this is a 2-cost moment. Okay, that's pretty good. Of all the things we could have gotten, I think that's... Oh, Bone Lord space! Let's go! Oh, but we skip a sacrifice. That's so dumb. Oh, man. What's better? Getting the Bone Lord bonus from the Black Goat, or... Oh, we could combine raccoons. I never even considered that. I think you'd rather combine dire wolves, though. You'd be much happier drawing the raccoons separately than drawing the dire wolves separately. You know what I'm saying? Now it'll be a 4-10 with growth, so he becomes a 5-12. Cool. And he can block stuff. As long as he doesn't block snakes, adders, should be fine. And even if he does, he's unkillable. You know, it's still fine. Yeah, you're much happier drawing these raccoons separately. If we combine them, we might not have drawn him right here. I almost feel like you play the Warren on turn 1 here. Is that crazy? I don't think it's crazy. Oh, and then I can play the raccoon anyways. Oh, let's go. I never even thought about that. Nice. Okay, good overkill right there. Warren dies here, so we want to kill the Warren with something. Do you kill raccoon for the dire wolf pup? Probably not. That's a lot of units. Okay, do we win this turn? If we play... I think we have enough for the cockroach. Yeah, we have enough for cockroach. I think I top deck. Okay, this definitely wins. Okay, where do you put it, though? You have to put it on the right, right? because the bee is just gonna block anything over here. So you kill the Warren, and you play cockroach. Nice. Yeah, see, this is why I think you're happier drawing the raccoon separately. At least until we get into later in the game. Okay, what card do we want? I'm not really sure what we're looking for. None of these, that's for sure. Yeah, these are... I mean, Beehive is decent, but like... No. This is a reroll. A copy is created. Which could go pretty crazy with unkillable, unless they nerfed that in Kaycee's mod. I don't know. A copy is created. Our deck is gonna get pretty expensive if we take that. But you definitely don't want a one cost. I think you have to take it. I don't know what we're gonna put it on, but... I don't think you can take a one cost. Angler's coming up. How do we prepare? Do we prepare with unkillable Gek or with the black goat bonus? I don't know. They're both really good. I think you need to dump the black goat. Do you? Like, we have enough, I think, kind of gas in the deck. We have cockroach, we have Warren, we have Gek default. Like, we have pretty decent gas. I don't think we need the black goat gas. And also, this will give us gas for Coyote and cockroach. Yeah, I think it makes sense to get rid of him rather than combining Gek. Because you're still pretty happy drawing them separately still. I think you're I mean, even drawing black goat still is pretty good. But yeah, I think you get rid of him. We might not find this space again. I think you have to take it. The Bone Lord was deeply satisfied with your offering. Let's go! Deeply satisfied. You take Squirrel here, I think. The Leech is tempting, but not against the Angler. You take Squirrel. Leech is better against, like, Leshy's final boss phase, but anyways. Okay. That seems fine. Angler theme goes crazy. Let's go. Come on, cockroach. Or not cockroach. Well, cockroach will still be pretty good. Kingfisher. The Warren is pretty bad here, actually. Like, it's still fine, but it loses some value. I think you want to trigger the second phase as soon as possible. But you also want to slow play it a little bit. That's funny. He moved in front because Sigil. We definitely do want to find our dire wolves. I mean, that's pretty good. I think you give him a squirrel. Doesn't this just... Well, we could just trigger his next phase. Would that be fine? I think it would be. We would just need to find our dire wolf. If we play cockroach, it triggers phase 2, right? 1, 2, 3, 1, it does. I think I'm okay with that. I know he summons 2 sharks where they are, but seems fine. Go fish. And then you just top deck your direwolf. Still pretty good. Then you kill these two. Well, you could argue to keep the raccoon alive. He does tank the shark attack, then goes underwater, hits him for 3. I think you actually keep the raccoon alive. You kill him next turn. Actually, we just kill him. Oh, wait, we don't kill him now. But yeah, next turn for sure. Raccoon tanks the shark attack, the fish attack. Okay, that second bait bucket's kind of a problem, but we're not going to kill that first shark anyways. We deal 5... 8, right? I mean, he's dead, so... Okay, that's a little bit more damage. We can't put him anywhere though, right? He only does 2, so... Yeah, he's actually... We can't kill the cockroach. Well, if we kill the Warren, we could kill the cockroach. Right? Field mice also do too, but... Yeah, actually you kill cockroach to place the Warren. And then you can place the coyote. Min-maxing, let's go. Yeah, I was never worried about this fight. And we have unkillable for the woodsman, so... Yeah, the trapper, whatever you want to call him. Perhaps one of these will entice you. Let's see. Amalgam question mark. If you were a real amalgam, that'd be cool. We could actually make Ouroboros work, but... Aw, these are all kind of bad. I feel like I'm kind of forced to take that growth token, but who am I going to put it on? Coyote? I think I have to take EG Rack. But what if EG Rack copies Direwolf, and then I have to pay 3 to play him? But he could copy Gek, which would be equally funny. I think I have to take EG Rack. Yeah. I can't imagine Ouroboros is that good at... I mean, you could just steal its unkillable sigil. Actually, I think you just take Ouroboros to steal its sigil. And you slap it on, like... I don't know. We only really need 1 right now, but you could just take him. Yeah, I'm just gonna take him. He's a guaranteed 2 cost. That way he won't maybe cost 3, like the EG Rack. Basically, taking EG Rack is like taking Sneko's Eye from Slay the Spire. You'd finally reached the snow line. Let's go. Okay. We might want to use items before going up to that item space. Well, easy choose, as the angler would say. Alright, Direwolf one-shot him. A flying rattler. You're kind of like a turkey vulture. A bone digger, but guardian. That's a funny Kraken, especially with Stinky. I mean, Bone Digger's just solid on a 1 cost. But you have Guardian, which is really annoying. Then you move around, and I don't know. You'd be such a safe pick if you didn't have that. Obviously, there's a chance. I guess you summon a Raven Egg. This is a 2-cost Kraken. Our deck becomes quite expensive if we take this. I mean, it's already pretty expensive. 2, 2, 2, 3, 2. We really just need to get Gek online, but... I think you take the Dam Builder. Because all the dams will have Stinky, right? So... Yeah, I'll try it. There was nowhere to get rid of items at, unfortunately, so we're actually forced to take another 2 cost. Oh boy. Okay, lots of bones to open up with, which means we can play cockroach. Raven egg. Raven egg will die. And that's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Because it's not a sacrifice at all. Cockroach tanks the elk pawn. I know it does die. We actually almost win. If we played the, oh, I guess we couldn't have. We can play cockroach again for free. Do we want to cycle items? Our items are fine right now. Do you think there's an achievement for winning a fight with pliers? I'm kind of trolling if I do that. I kind of want to... Is that an achievement? I almost want to know, because I've been thinking about trying to win a fight with pliers before, but I don't want to check the hidden achievements on Steam, but... Oh man, now I want to check. I mean, maybe? Again, I'd have to reveal the secret achievements. That's how Steam works. Oh, man, I really want to try, but I don't want to throw the run. I don't want to look at the hidden achievements either, though. Man, I guess I could Google it. That way I don't... Here, okay. I'm gonna... Do I look? How many hidden achievements are there? There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 8 hidden achievements. And then the other 2 we still need that aren't hidden are level 8 and 12 in Kaycee's mod. Oh man, I don't really wanna... Is this where I start spoiling myself? I guess I could Google it. Winning a fight with pliers inscription. I don't think. I feel like I'd probably have seen something by now. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything on it. I feel like I'd probably see an achievement by now. I guess I'll search achievement. Maybe it's a thing. I add achievement. No? Okay. There's apparently an achievement called Pulling Teeth. Do I want to look into this? Some would have to be told about it by someone to realize it exists to play Kaycee's mod in general. In that scenario, it's likely why it's such a low percentage. Not to mention it's a hidden / secret achievement, which is probably why I haven't heard about it before, I guess. Lastly, lots of people neglect using items. Pulling teeth. Well, I mean, that definitely involves pliers, right? I guess I looked only this one up. Pulling teeth. They weren't very specific about what it was. Um... Oh, okay. You just have to use pliers 32 times, it looks like. I guess? Okay, that seems fine. Okay, then there's nothing technically special here. Fair enough. Well, we definitely win this fight. I could use the pliers, but then we troll with Pack Rat. Delete that. Now overkills, cockroach kills. L kills us. You know what? I think we can min-max for the pliers right now. To get a better item. L kits us for 2. Then we use pliers. Draw a squirrel, actually. And then we can play Pack Rat for a pretty low price. What would be worth more? Cockroach? Well, I guess we could play Cockroach once we kill him. Now that I think about it. Pack Rat there, and then Cockroach here. Cool. Frozen Opossum. Well, is that better than Pliers? Arguably, yes, because it can block up to 5 damage, I believe. Or is that 3? I think that's a 5. Kind of hard to tell from here. Okay, what do we want here? Probably none of these. Flying would be meh. I think we reroll. I'm not a fan of any of these. I kind of want a bone cost unit. Okay, well, when I said a bone cost unit, I didn't really mean the mealworm, but I mean, all right, mealworm it is. Okay, if we go to the fungi space, which is apparently how some people pronounce it, we could, yeah, or we could like ditch field mice if we went to the Bone Lord space. I really just want to go to a sacrifice space, man. Just transform Gek into the all-powerful being he was meant to be, but I don't know. We could combine raccoons, or we could combine in wolf pups, which definitely feels like the worst of the 2 options. I think I'd rather combine raccoons. Or we just get rid of a card. I mean, technically we're getting rid of a card if we go there anyways. If we go to the mushroom space. I guess I'm not against it. Did you bring us 2 of the same? Why, yes, I did. Be a 6-2? I mean, now he definitely kills by himself. My dude is a monster. I didn't think I'd be going big raccoon, but here I am. Big raccoon. Alrighty. How many cards do we have? 6, 7, okay. Yeah, it's a bit more than I'd like, but I think around 10 is probably good, because then you draw like most of your cards in your opening hand, like in your first few turns, I feel like. Frozen Opossum. The creature inside is released in its place. On our team or on their team? Probably on their team. We could tank the wild bull with our own Frozen Opossum, but then he moves out of the way, which is annoying. We could put him up against the porcupine. That way he stalls for a lot longer. I think we can play Direwolf turn 1 though, right? If we do something like this, kill for the Warren, Rabbit, Mealworm. Yeah, that seems about right. Yeah, our deck has plenty of gas. Especially since we sacrificed the black goat. Now the bone cost units are basically just gas at the start, which is nice. I mean, getting a second raccoon feels pretty good. I mean, I'd like a second Gek, but our Gek isn't... Well, if we copy Gek, we could give them both unkillable, but we'd have to go to 2 separate sacrifice stations. I don't think we need the campfire or any more units. I think I'd rather just go here. Because this guy... Oh, wait. First one's free. I don't really want to buy a golden pelt, but sure. I guess. Okay, this path is bad anyways. This forces us to combine. I'm not really sure. Oh, I guess we're forced to combine wolf pups. I guess that's not terrible. I think you duplicate the raccoon. He's really strong. Alright. Or the dire... I mean, the dire wolf is also really strong. He hits for 8, has 10 health. But raccoon opening, I think, is more impactful. You could also copy Gek, but we already are kind of in debt. We still need to combine him with someone. Interesting how you can't combine, or you can't copy the Ouroboros, which is kind of funny. Yeah, I think you have to copy the raccoon. That way you have a much higher chance of drawing this on turn 1. We also have to get rid of the Warren at some point. Okay, he lowered his HP, but that's fine. He still has his shield, so... Seems fine. Mushroom space on the left anyways. Okay, kind of a bad path here, but sure. Now we have at least 2 of them. Pretty bad. Okay, never mind. I was about to say pretty bad turn 1, but now we win. Okay, cool. You play raccoon, and you play the coyote. Alright, I think that's the boss up there. Alright, I almost kind of want to lose this. I kind of don't want to add more units to the deck, but sure. Alright. For a second, I thought that we could choose that raccoon, but no. Oh, it's the Lammergier! Oh, I've been hoping to find this guy. He's the new guy. He's airborne and he does 1/2 of our total bones as his attack damage. So if we have 8 bones, we'll do 4 damage. He is really expensive though, but he has Brood Parasite to start out with, and Bees Within just in case something would manage to hit him, I guess. Kind of a bad combo. The Bone Digger Mud Turtle is actually kind of seeming like the better play here. Because he also gets stronger too, which is almost a guarantee with that shield. I think Lammergier might be a bit too expensive for the deck. I mean, it seems like it wins when you play it. It's like a win con, but I think its emblems are kind of too weird. If Beehive was replaced with like Bone Digger, or basically anything else that wasn't like Sprinter or Hefty or something, I think it'd be the choice, but I mean, it's still a pretty good choice, but having another 3 cost in the deck when we have so many 2 costs already. I don't know. We have 3 2 cost. We have a full 4 2 cost down here. We have another 2 cost up here, a 3 cost. The bone units definitely help, but another 2 cost. I think you just have to take Mud Turtle. I really like the Lammergier, but like as an idea, I really wanted to try it this run, but it's really late for it. I guess we have to combine well, we could combine the raccoons again. But I think direwolf pups make more sense. Especially because one of them is already really tanky. Because we had a double HP buff given to him pretty early. And this is probably going to be bad, but I guess we'll check it out. A copy is created. I mean, we don't actually have that many dogs in the deck. We have like 3 now. Well, we don't have any fauna, elk. I don't think. So after we got rid of the black goat. And we don't have any bugs either, so... No, we do. We have mealworm, but still. And we have a cockroach, but... We don't need to give them unkillable, but I guess I'd rather take... The way her head moves when you... That's funny. Give me the bug one, but I'm gonna go dogs again, obviously. Alright, I think our deck is pretty well suited for this fight. We just have to play it a bit slow. I'd also like a coyote pretty early here. Okay, that's pretty annoying. Stinky. I'm afraid I must be skinning you today. Yeah, giving them all stinky is actually really annoying. Well, you have to play Mud Turtle. I also think you buy your time with a frozen opossum. It's also a pretty bad item anyways. It's not bad, it's just too slow for us. I think I'll put it here. Then Mud Turtle will work on one of you and eventually get a kill. Gek, unfortunately, will die here. I guess I don't have to play him right now. Okay, we have a lot of bones to work with, and we're only gonna get more. Gek could just take out one of the traps, which I almost kind of like that idea. Just get it out of the way. We're gonna take 1 damage, which, all things considered, seems fine by me. Goodbye, Gek. I'm sorry I could never give you that emblem, that sigil. Okay, another bullfrog is really annoying now. I think we should try to top deck. Mud Turtle gets a kill here. We're gonna take 2 damage. Let's just see what we get. It's pretty good. Is that worth using the squirrel in a bottle? Or do we wait 1 turn? If we wait 1 turn, then this guy kills us next turn, right? I'm just trying to think, right? Because if you pass this turn, we did get hit for 2, we get put to lethal. And I don't know if we can get rid of that frog. I'm thinking we might have to... Well, can we give the pelt attack damage with alpha? If that's, well, then the pelt's on the board, then we can't use it to buy more units in the second phase. I guess we don't need all these pelts, but if the pelt can do, no, it would have to do more than 1 damage though, that's the problem. Frozen Opossum does 0 damage. It's not like alpha will help that out. I'm just trying to think. I think you drink the squirrel in a bottle. And real quick, I am going to use the bathroom. All right. Whoops. Do we draw a squirrel here? We get one pelt from you. I'm tempted to kill the raccoon because he's gonna do too good. To play the pack rat. But that would have to be next turn. So I'm actually gonna oh, coyote, finally. But I want my item from the pack rat, so. I think I'm gonna let them hit me for one. Well, raccoon's gonna die anyways. But we could trigger the next phase if he's alive. Not sure if I want to do that, especially with frozen opossum still on the board. And we can fight off this wolf with the coyote, so. I think I draw a squirrel. And we play pack rat. Okay, sure. And coyote can stall. He almost triggers phase 2 actually, which is kind of scary. Ouroboros. Interesting. Well, we need to kill this coyote before he wins. So I guess Ouroboros will do that. Cockroach as well, nice. Get rid of these guys. For Ouroboros. He dies and becomes stronger. I guess we're keeping Ouroboros. Oh no, he died. Darn. What am I gonna do now? I guess I can feed him a mealworm, but I mean, it doesn't matter which one we play. I kind of want Ouroboros to level up here a little bit. Well, he's gonna kill the snake, right? He has too much HP now, actually. Well, he can die to the trap, though. Yeah, okay. Oh, that seems fine. That way we can keep Ouroboros dying forever. Which is maybe a bit cruel, but... Nah, I think we play it slow. The Warren. Alright. Again, we can kill the snake whenever we want. But then we start the countdown to winning, so... Ouroboros does not overkill, then he dies to the wolf. We at least want to make sure we get through this turn with the Ouroboros dying. Then he basically becomes an amalgam, more or less. Once he dies one more time here. This deck is actually a pretty good Ouroboros deck, now that I think about it. I mean, I'm tempted to kill the snake. Yeah, I think we kill the snake now. That wolf is a bit worrying. And now Ouroboros is up to 3-3. Do we need... Nah, we have bone units. Wow, this is going to be a pretty good payout. I should probably get Raccoon out on the board. So let's do that now. And then we play Cockroach. We sacrifice these guys for us. And I guess we play you again. And I don't think we need to play Cockroach. We'll save him in case we need to, I don't know, play something else there. Okay. Not really sure what though, because we can just sacrifice him, but anyways. Well, we should be able to buy this guy out. We've got 6 pelts. I hope you brought pelts, because these creatures are prepared to rip your throat out. Well, I'll take that, and I'll take that. Oh, and it's unkillable now, that's awesome. Take that, I'll take that. That turkey vulture's kind of scary, and that direwolf is pretty scary too. He's in the corner though. Sure, I'll take him. And you know what? Top deck me. And it's another pelt, that's funny. Well, I think we just win. Although, we could win even harder if we play the direwolf. Then you play direwolf. Does that level up Ouroboros? I forget. It does. So every time you kill him with a sacrifice, it also levels him up. Cool. Well, now he's just a better Amalgam, I think, right? Because Amalgam's 3/3 with unkillable because of our totem. Cool. And how many bones do we have? We have enough to play 1 bone unit. I guess Turkey Vulture would have been pretty good, but... Bell Kraken would hit pretty hard as well. I should have played the Warren, actually. Can I do that? Then I can play the Rabbit. And sacrifice it for a 2 cost. I mean, the Ouroboros is gonna hit for 4. That's pretty good. But I don't know how Bell Kraken works. What if Bell Kraken hits harder than 4? I don't really know how hard Bell Kraken hits, so I want to try to see. He's hitting for 2? What? I don't know why well, he's technically hitting for 1. He's getting buffed to 2. Wow, that sucks. And then we just play Coyote. I should have played the other guy. Whatever. It doesn't matter. I was mostly doing this to experiment with Bell Kraken. Still don't know how it works. I thought I knew. I thought he maybe copied the amount of rounds that have gone by, or maybe your highest damaging unit. Not sure. I don't really want any of these, but I guess I'll take Long Elk. Sure. It doesn't really matter to me. Alright, I think you need to sacrifice Gek. Not sacrifice him, but you need to put the cockroach on Gek. He's not a bone cost unit, but he's even better than a bone cost unit. He's a free unit. Yeah. Don't need a totem. We could trade in our pelts, which would thin the deck down, but then our deck would also get fatter anyways, so it's net neutral. Item, pretty game-changing as well, but there just weren't that many sacrifice stations in this game. You gotta kill the cockroach here. Ouroboros is now actually pretty strong, so... The Warren is definitely not great, but nothing I can really do about that. My boy. Boy. This one card is so broken. This will be your final test. Okay, everybody knows that you just have to get through the early game with this guy, I feel like. Yes, one more. To be safe. Growth bugs, right? No, well, technically growth bugs. Mole man. Okay, let's see what we draw. Mud turtle is pretty good early here. He can tank the amalgam, then deal 2 to him, but then he dies to amalgam. Although I could force Mole Man to go to the right, which buys us a lot of time. But we can't really afford to buy time. We need to act a lot faster. I almost want to use pliers, but I guess we don't have to yet. We need to draw bone cost units. He's gonna kill our units. This is already getting pretty bad. I guess Mud Turtle might survive it. Bearing the sigil would take damage, but it's not damage though. He just transforms us into a rock. I guess I should play the Rapid Pelt. Oh, but if the Mantis gets a kill, oh no, dude. This draw was terrible so far. I mean, our deck should be pretty loaded, but we're out of gas. Once he kills our units. I think I need to use this now. Yeah, but if the Mantis gets a kill... But it says a creature. Is a pelt a creature? I don't know. Are rocks creatures? We could block the Mantis from going forward, I suppose. Could we? We'd have to play the Field Mice, which would require playing the Warren. But then we're out of gas completely. Well, we're gonna take 2 damage. I don't think I play anything. I don't want the Mantis God to get stronger. I imagine it will. We really need some good top decks. Okay. That's pretty good. We need to get rid of the Manti. We also need to make sure Amalgam doesn't kill us, which he does. Gek is out of all the cards we could have drawn, I wish we could have drawn you sooner in the fight, but that gold nugget's really annoying. The problem is none of our units hit for 3 right now. Okay, Gek saves the run. We have to remember Mole Man will move, so this Amalgam will move down to attack the gold nugget. So we could probably force the Mole Man to block this Mantis God from coming in. Dude, I really can't afford to let these Mantis... Actually, we need to kill this... Well, obviously, we need to kill that Mantis God. And we also need to block these guys from coming in. I think this is all doable. let this Amalgam come down, attack a Pelt, and hopefully we can do 3 damage to him. Well, we can stall him with Gek, but... I just have to be very careful about how I play this. So we need to block this Mantis God from coming down. This Amalgam moves down, kills the Gold Nugget. This Amalgam moves down, kills the Rabbit Pelts. The Field Mice will probably go here to attack Mole Man for 2. But then Mantis God comes down, and I don't really want that. Because then we might just lose. So Gek actually has to go here, so Mole Man doesn't die. And then Field Mice go on the right. I think that's the play. I don't think it matters where the Warren goes. We could have the Warren tank the Amalgam. Well, no, we're gonna kill the Warren anyways, right? I guess we don't have to. We could save the Rabbit. Yeah, I'll save the Rabbit instead. How about that? So Gek still dies here. I just have to be very careful about how I play this. We play Field Mice here. We get a copy back. Rabbit Pelt goes on the far left. Gek goes here to block Mantis God. With the Mole Man. Then we take 0 damage. We deal 0 damage. But we open a space on the board and Mole Man dies. Presumably next turn. We could maybe trick the Mole Man into getting an overkill as well. And maybe this Mantis God. If we deal 2 damage with this, which is possible. This is a very close fight with our draw. Oh, the Angler. Are they gonna get... They get more powerful and they destroy rocks and pelts? Those aren't creatures, those are inanimate objects. Oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you. We're saved. We're saved. Saved. We are saved. That's a SpongeBob reference. We could actually overkill with the Direwolf on these guys. But Direwolf's in no threat of dying, and he has unkillable. Okay. You play Direwolf, you make up for a lot of lost ground. But you just have to still be very careful that you don't... Because these Amalgams are going to be hitting pretty hard. I'm so glad we drew a carry unit. If we drew a raccoon, I'd be happy. This guy. Yeah, okay. We just have to be very careful. We can deal 2 damage. And then Direwolf kills. Wait, does Direwolf kill by himself? He's gonna deal 8. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7. Okay, Direwolf kills by himself. Which means I don't think we should be worried about the order of operations. Unless he steals him with the fish hook first or something. We really need a bone cost unit, like a coyote, but... Again, I just have to be very careful. I'm scared about misplaying, even though I'm pretty sure... Because Mole Man still has to die first for us to get that kill. So I think Gek still needs to go here, and then Direwolf on the far left. We could overkill... No, we have to overkill with Field Mice to kill this Mantis God in the back. Even though I think he clears his board. And then he replaces it with trees, right? Direwolf should one-shot the trees. Maybe one-shot next round. I mean, either way, I think you play Rabbit. Oh, I can't play the other Field Mice, can I? means Mole Man tanks it, right? Unless I have Gek die for the Mole Man, or kill Mole Man, which I guess is fine too. You need to be put on the... Oh, I guess Mole Man can't actually block you because Amalgam is in the way. I never even thought about that. And just in case, I'm putting Gek right here. Just in case. Okay. We got some pretty lucky draws. The Amalgam stay on the board. Okay. Oh. He now hits for 10. So... we already have gas with Gek. Mealworm is free to play Field Mice. Okay. I'm actually kind of glad this Amalgam stayed here because he couldn't have blocked it with a tree, which is actually really funny. He kind of nerfed himself. If he had blocked it with a tree, he, depending on how much HP the tree had, he might have survived that round. Okay. And I think Elder Direwolf just wins. Will you dare attack the moon? I will. Oh, that's pretty cool. Do I need to play this yet? Sure. Why not? Okay, this was a really close game, actually. Like, we had to think a lot. Wait, are we going infinite? That's really funny. I think this is infinite, which is hilarious. Because then you just do this. Of course, we got the infinite right at the end as well, when we didn't need it. I guess we'll see if Ouroboros keeps the stats, but I can't imagine it would. I'll go until I can one-shot the moon. So how much damage is this? It's 10, 7, so 17, 20. Okay, I'll do it a few more times. Until I can one-shot him this round. That sounds fun to me. Cool. Unkillable is... Also, look how many bones we have, dude. That's crazy. This is fun. But Leshy's probably like, oh no, he broke it again. Well, actually, Leshy's not the one who cares about someone breaking his game. He doesn't care about how balanced the gameplay is. I think that's Kaycee and Poe who care more about that stuff. Cool. So now we're dealing 11 damage. I like my bone mountain over there I'm growing. So this is 21. Not quite. We need one more. Any day now. Okay, now this should one-shot. Oh, right, I've got to... Wait, can I put them both on the board at the same time? I can't. Wait, so I have to actually buff him up a little bit further. One second. Alrighty. Hopefully that didn't take too long. How much damage am I doing again? 23. And we can only do a maximum of... Yeah, because we need... Yeah, okay. So one more should do it. Give this guy 14 damage. And I doubt Ouroboros will keep its damage between runs. I feel like it's probably going to be per run. That makes the most sense balance-wise. But I never see this guy in the first boss rare, so... Alright, this should do it. Perfect. Hey, now we can play the wolf up. And the coyote just does a little bit more damage than the lizard. Little lizard boy. Okay. Cool. Wow, my win rate... Well, I guess I did lose it. Oh, I got an achievement. Clear challenge level 8 in Kaycee's mod. Roar of Challenge. Alright, so we're almost there. I think there's 4 more. 9 misplays. I do wonder how it calculates misplays, because a lot of the time I was min-maxing or something. Or trying out stuff. Like the Kraken, for instance. I wanted to see what the Bell Kraken did. Most scales damaged in 1 turn. It's probably the final turn. Nice. Right, lore? I thought the cards were first. It's the lore first. Entry number 8. I barely leave the apartment, save for the odd dinner out with Mom. But last night was an exception. I went to Comics Land to play a Secrets of Legendaria draft. Is it weird that I brought the disc with me? I felt uncomfortable being apart from it. I ended up ripping a foil sweaty dragon, okay, but lost the first match to this weird dude who wanted to record it for his YouTube channel. Like, he actually brought a camcorder on a shaky-looking tripod to the shop. How is that allowed? I don't get this lore. Ripping a foil, but lost the first match to a guy who wanted to record it for his YouTube channel. Like, he actually brought a camcorder on a shaky looking... I don't get why they're so surprised about it being allowed. That seems kind of normal as long as, you know, they get permission or the owner's okay with it or something. I went to Comics Land to play a Secrets of Legendaria draft. Is it weird that I brought the disc with me? It doesn't seem like anything bad happened to the disc, but this definitely isn't the lucky card, right? Because this takes place years before him. This is a weird piece of lore. Red Heart. The value represented with this sigil will be equal to the number of sacrifices made during your turn. Also, at the end of the owner's turn, Red Heart will move in the direction inscribed in the sigil. This seems kind of bad. At most, in a normal game where you don't break it, this is like 1 or 2. I guess it'll be 2 because this requires 2, unless you use like the goat. This seems kind of bad. Unless you build around it. I don't know. Challenge unlocked. Cards in starting deck have the annoying sigil. Plus 10 challenge points. Annoying starters. That doesn't seem that bad. Annoying gives opposing creatures plus 1 attack. As long as you're not giving it to like a Mantis God who's going to rush you down. Seems fine. Unlocks. I want to read it again. It's just the starting... Cards in starting deck. So just the first few you start out with. That seems fine. I'd have to read what annoying does again. Is there anywhere I can read that? No. How many cards do we have left to unlock? 4. Okay. But no new starting deck, which is kind of weird. Which means I guess we're free reign for the next one. I'll probably go back to the Mantis God deck. That I don't see why not. Bone deck was pretty fun, but it's a bit slow to start. It's a bit risky to start. I think Mantis God is just solid. It's all insects as well, so you can easily build around it. Yeah. Okay. I guess I'll do another run, as is usual. I feel like 2 runs seems like a normal amount. We'll run back Mantis God deck. 90 challenge points. Oh boy. Well, it sounds like we can just do what we did last time, which was boss totems. I think more difficult. Tip scales and no hook. And we just throw on the annoying. I don't really want to do single candle. All totem battles. We can try the annoying starter. But does that mean my Mantis God will be annoying? I guess we'll see. Oh, and you can't get rid of it. Interesting. I don't know how to feel about that. But it shouldn't matter, I don't think. We need to go to early campfires. But if there's a good sigil, I could be convinced to go elsewhere. Show me some exquisite pelts. Well, they're not the most exquisite. Well, that cancels it out, which is pretty funny. I think a coyote makes sense. No bugs here, unfortunately. What's the play? I think skunk is a pretty good option. It doesn't do any damage, but then we only rely on Mantis God to do damage. I think you kind of need Grizzly to do some damage. Or Coyote. I think I'm going to take Coyote Skunk. That's a pretty good 2 cards, I think. I'd say they're both, like, above average. And you go Campfire ASAP. And you know the drill here. We're gonna try to do the ringworm thing we did last time. Wow, okay. Feeding time. Yep, go ahead. You snuck away. Awesome. Okay. Sacrifice is coming up. We just have to survive this combat. This will probably be the worst combat in the game, in theory. We just have to make sure... Wow, this is pretty bad. But skunk stalls at least. Okay, adder. We just need to make sure we can draw... I guess Mantis God was guaranteed to be the last card. We need to play him next turn, so we stall. Okay, we scroll the Mantis God. 1 extra attack ain't gonna do anything when they're just gonna die. Can't play Coyote, of course, but just gotta try, I guess. I was worried about that. We could stall with Ringworm, I mean... Then we can play Coyote soon. But... I guess we could keep stalling, but... Okay. I mean, we should win. I'll take a surrender if he offers it. Scoop. Nice. Do we get any... No, we don't get any foils for that, but at most we were gonna get +1, so... Cockroach feels extremely good. You put that on Mantis God, and I think you just win. Yeah, that feels pretty good. I know it's annoying, but that shouldn't matter. Unless he's against another Mantis God. Yeah, this seems like the correct play. I know he's annoying again, but it's not that bad. It's only a plus 10 challenge point, so they knew what they were doing. It's not that powerful. Turn 1 Mantis God, alright. Who will come back. I will become back my money. Okay. Another bee? I mean, sure, dude. Play all the bees you want. This skunk will block that bee in the meantime. Okay. There's just a bunch of bees? That's fine by me. We do have to get rid of this ringworm, though. Hopefully we can sacrifice him to the Bone Lord. We have one... Alright. First one's free. Awesome. Well, that, yep. That makes drawing Mantis God a lot tougher. Okay, we want bugs here, I think. Yeah, you take the bug. Corpse Eater's good, but... yeah. You gotta take the bug. Okay, big problem is... oh, that ant can fly. So skunk actually still does help here, but not by a lot. Because they'll probably, yeah, play another ant. We need to draw the Mantis God. Awesome. We kill the skunk now. Gotta make sure these ants don't conglomerate. It's like the one Bugs Life movie. Little Pixar one. No reason to play these. Doesn't help us. It's literally, if the Mantis God dies, we lose. Is what this deck is right now. The only one who does damage besides him is Coyote, which... doesn't really help us. We could play the Ringworm, but doesn't do anything. And I'd rather not give anybody annoying, so... well, that's annoying. Oh, and he doesn't even kill the Mantis God either. And there's no way we can play the Coyote because they aren't killing our units. Wait, do we just lose? We're gonna take another big hit here. And we only have 2 bone tokens. And there's no way we can get any more because they can all fly. I mean, assuming he doesn't keep playing ants permanently. This is actually kind of bad. There's nothing we can do. No, okay, a worker ant. At least it doesn't fly. But that he's gonna deal 3 damage to us. Well, I guess I'm forced to use this, and I think we live. No, because, okay, I guess I didn't need to do that, but now we can at least sacrifice the ringworm and... okay. This is annoying, though. We need to, Mantis God here, probably. We need to get rid of that flying ant. Coyote needs to take care of... I mean, that worker ant would be ideal, but... we need to do this. This flying ant needs to go. We need to tank with the squirrels. We can finally tank with a rabbit pelt. Let's do that. We have enough for the coyote. I guess coyote has to go here. But if I put him here... nah, it doesn't really matter. It kind of does, but not really. Okay, now these ants are weak. This fight was something. Mantis God still doesn't kill, which is pretty funny. But we can just keep playing him, so it's all good. Okay. We made it there without any extra money either, which is annoying, but 2 campfires or a totem? Ooh, tough decision. Bug. Did we go bug? I mean, bug? We did take a bug totem, so taking another bug isn't a terrible idea. But 1 ant by itself? Kinda bad. But if I reroll, these could be even worse. I think I need to take the default ant here. Now, do we go totem? It's the angler, so... How do we beat the angler? I guess Mantis just outdamages them. Especially if I can upgrade him. Yeah, we need to upgrade this Mantis, I think. With HP, though, no hungry survivors would be bothering you this time. HP doesn't really matter on the Mantis, so... What if I put it on the Coyote? I mean, HP kinda matters on the Mantis, but not really. I'm still gonna do it, I think, for now. Please be damage. Please. I beg of you. Oh my gosh. Ah, jeez. Well, at least the annoying sigil shouldn't matter too much anymore, but... Really? I'm still gonna put it on the Mantis. I think you go all in. It makes a lot of sense. Well, we do have other 1 costs, so maybe we shouldn't be going all in on the Mantis. Angler should be a pretty easy first fight for us, but we didn't get any damage before the fight, so I'm not sure. We didn't even draw the Mantis. That's so funny. Oh, and you move around, so the skunk is actually not even that good. At least we can play Coyote turn 1, that's cool. We'll have him steal a rabbit pelt from us. Or the ringworm. Yeah, dude, steal the ringworm. Okay, Mantis? No, I'm gonna save the worker ant. No reason to plan. This is our Mantis god. Unless we kill this turn, it's a bad idea to play him. I think we do kill this turn though, so let's do it. I'm just thinking how I want to handle the sharks. I can't look around, can I? I want to look around. But it's not letting me. I want to look at my hand too. Well, this kind of sucks. Put him over here, I guess. We do 2, 4. Okay, we barely kill right now. I think that's fine. We trigger the next phase. Okay. Go fish. That bait bucket has damage, that's fine. I think we can kill one of the bait buckets, right? We kill this left one? Or no? Well, either way, I think we play a worker ant on the far left. Go fish. Oh, we barely don't kill. Mantis God survives that, though, which I actually kind of didn't want to happen, but it's fine. I think we'll just win, because Mantis God has so much HP, but we could have just summoned him back anyways. It's not that big a deal. Okay. Annoying is not really impacting the run, which is nice. I think it's just a free, like, I don't know, it's as you say, annoying, but okay, what are we looking for? Strange larva, child 13, Gek. Gek is nice. Our deck is full of 1 costs, though. I guess child 13 would be tempo. It's also damage. Sure. I don't know. We'll try it out. I also forgot to check. The howling of wolves greeting the morning sun. Okay, so Trapper is the last boss. I wanted to check Dire, Wolf Pup, and Moose Buck. I haven't seen one of those. No campfire spaces immediately here. I wanted to look at this. We have 1 pelt we need to get rid of. Or a sacrifice space. I think we need to thin the deck down. Probably put the skunk on like the ant. Make the ant stinky. I also need to get rid of the ringworm at some point soon. I'll go left. 4 attack, 2 kin, 5 bones. So, kin or 4 attack? 4 attack is like literally impossible unless we draw a very specific few units. 2 kin is more possible. We need the ants. Oh no. Oh man. Okay, we only had 3 kin. Oh, whatever, man. We don't need your OP card. We kind of did need that, but RNG, what can you do? This is a way to get rid of ringworm, but no, I think you get rid of the skunk and you power up this random ant. We need to make our deck a bit stronger. I know we lose 1 HP for that, but I think that's fine. It also condenses our insects a little bit. Again, big problem with Mantis God is they have no more... I guess I should play Child 13 here. Probably against the stump. Is they don't have any more attack damage yet. And I guess I'll top deck. Good news is they have so much HP they don't care about attacking random stuff like that. Painter space. Alpha's pretty good for our deck, considering we do like no attack damage. It's another bone cost unit and it's not a bug though. I'm not sure if we can take him, but we could take his sigil to put onto the coyote. And the coyote becomes like an alpha in a weird way. Or we could put it on the pelt if we plan on keeping the pelt. I mean, alpha's just a pretty good sigil and it works pretty nicely with the deck. The only problem is you can't kill turn 1. I think I want a more expensive unit. River Snapper and Beaver kind of covers that as well, but we need damage. I'd take a bear or something. Another unkillable? Okay. I guess I'll put it on Child 13. And now there is a painter space. You could go to the painter. Give him a Mantis God. But there's a sacrifice and a fire on the left. Whoops, I don't mean to back out like that. You could also paint the ant or something to have multiple ants in the deck, but... What's the play? What's the play? Well, either way, you're choosing between a totem and a campfire. But you're also choosing between a painter space and a sacrificial altar. I do think a sacrificial altar would be nice, but I think we need as many campfires as possible for the Mantis God. He's just not doing nearly as much damage. We need to get him up to 3 damage. So I think visiting this fire makes the most sense. We could also get an insect emblem going for our 4 insects right now, but... Oh, this is tough. Painter space is good, just... I mean, we could make the Mantis God really OP if we painted him. And then combined him later. We'd also draw more of them in theory. But then we don't go to an early campfire, and I don't know. It's not early technically, I guess, but it's also an easier fight. I'm gonna go right. Copy the Mantis God. My patience is nearing its limits. Yeah. Hey, could you get rid of annoying, please? That'd be awesome. Well, I was really hoping for another damage bonus, but okay. Or a change of emblems. If you could have changed the emblems, that would have been great. That was one of the worst painter spaces I've seen, to be honest. But jeez. Ant survives coyote attack. Oh, but there's a wolf cub right after him. Are you kidding me? Okay, Mantis God. Nice. Then you kill the ant. Cool. That was close. We need to kill that coyote. How many bones do we have? It's really annoying to check. There's no number counter on the bone tokens. We're gonna deal 1. We can't take that damage, though. I think we need to tank with a squirrel. It's too risky otherwise. Oh, but the bird... Oh, wait, we lose, though. The bird comes down and smacks us. Yeah, there's nothing we can do, I don't think. We're gonna kill the porcupine, the bird comes down and smacks us. So even if we did stall the coyote, we'd still take 1. Wait, no. We can take 1 because we deal 1, right? We deal 1 to this space, clear these 2. We take 1 and block the coyote. No, it's fine. Never mind, I have annoying. Sad. No mushroom space either. We need to go to the campfire. How many do I have? 3? We were broke, dude. And these pelts are just weighing us down. Oh my gosh. Okay. There's a mushroom space up there, but then you skip a campfire. Oh my gosh, it's damage. I can't believe it. Okay. If we draw that Mantis God, these fights should be pretty easy. We did not. Ew, a child. This is the worst. We're gonna die. We literally, even if we could, well, I guess we could play Child 13, but There's literally nothing we can do. Mantis God. We're dead. We're actually just dead. Well, I tried. I feel like we got really unlucky. But also we crafted our deck that makes it difficult to draw Mantis Gods all the time. Because we added so many one costs. Do I want to do another one? I don't know. I feel like this is, you know, we did pretty good. I think this is fine. We did start a bit later today, so I don't mind ending now. I think we still made progress. We beat challenge level 8. There should only be challenge level 9, 10, 11, and 12 left. So as long as we're beating one challenge level going forward, every time we play, it should only take like another month since we're playing once a week. Yeah, I think this is a fine place to call it. We did learn a lot as well. I think we just got pretty unlucky with the Mantis deck. I think Mantis deck really doesn't like annoying. But at the same time, we had our Mantis, we gave the Mantis unkillable. The only time annoying really mattered was when that bird hit us. So, annoying gets hard countered by birds is what I'm kind of learning. So if you're going to run annoying, you just have to be prepared for that. But yeah, I think that's fine place to call it. So, yeah, I guess without further ado, I'll be on tomorrow for Skyrim as normal. And then Darkest Dungeon on Saturdays. Well, I guess Darkest Dungeon 2 specifically. Also, there's an announcement that the next Kingdoms chapter releases on April the 14th. But I haven't delved into Kingdoms yet because I'm still working on Confessions. I made it to the final confession. And on the 14th, when is that? That is, since I play on Saturday, it'd be on the 29th, on the 5th, on the 12th, so I'd be playing it on the 19th, in theory. So in theory, I maybe could be ready for that, but I'd be playing the first Kingdoms mode, if anything. The Hunger of the Beast Clan. But anyways, I'm rambling. Yeah, I think we made good progress anyways. And we learned what not to do. If you're going to run Mantis God, you have to make sure he's the only one cost in your deck. We also didn't find a Bone Lord space to get rid of the other Ringworm, so that was another big problem in our deck. Yeah. Okay, I don't really know. I'm just going to keep rambling if I stay here, so... Yeah, if anything, I'll see you tomorrow. Or if you're watching this as a VOD, which I know some people, I guess, might do. But, you know, it's a possibility. Then I guess I'll see you in the next VOD, which is kind of weird because then I'm talking to myself in the future. But anyways, bye.